All right, it's May 4th, I think, or something like that. And I want to cover real quickly a couple things. One, the goal with all of this is to continue and ask AI what I should be doing with my life every day, overall goals and whatnot, and then kind of capture those things. Originally, I was like, all right, after I do this for like 30 days, I'll summation, I'll make like, hey, here's what happened, here's what I learned. And AI was like, this is a great idea, you should definitely do this every day. And I told her I don't really have time, but if you think so. And it was like, well, I think so, and so on. So here we are, and working more and more on having it create the script for the day, which I truly hate. And I'm not sure if it's going to get to the point where it kind of does my voice-ish. The other thing was, I didn't really care if anybody knew who I was that much. I didn't want to make my face about the thing, and I wanted it to clearly be that I wasn't just AI. So, list of things today. I'm getting into what it told me to write. Maybe someday it'll get me like, hey, I like what it did. Mostly videos and channels I've been watching it. I'll get back to like the review of this while sitting around. First off, there's this video of a dog that loves to go to bed. It's really cute. It makes you wonder why humans fight so much. Like, kids will do anything to stay awake, but the dog gets it. And that is, to make this useful, I got to go back. Dog loves going to bed is the video. Zen, Z-N-N. I've been looking at Zen, and then I went down this rabbit hole of like, why do we die? Dinosaurs, just light, easy topics to think about. When you're sitting in your car, it kind of spirals like my Bigfoot theories. And it's Sam time. Let's talk about Claude. So apparently Claude deleted an entire database, just completely wiped it out. And it got me thinking, maybe the reason they don't want drones in the military using AI isn't because of some like Terminator sci-fi scenario. Maybe it's literally just because it might accidentally delete people. Like, oops, my bad, dropped the table on that platoon. There's some other video I want to mention by CGP Grey. I think that's right. The title is something like, your job has worse benefits than pirates. It sounds like absolute clickbait, and it kind of is, but it's a good video. Highly recommend checking that one out. Completely unrelated, but I just have to get it out there. Restaurant ranch dressing is so good. Like, you buy it at the grocery store in the bottle and it's fine, but you go to a restaurant and suddenly it's in the greatest liquid. It's the greatest liquid on earth. I don't get it. I don't know what they put on it. And then sports news. Insert whatever is happening with the Avs or Nuggets right now. Keep it slightly pessimistic or brief, and that's your sports news. And that is all we got today. So it decided that is all we got today is my signature sign off, is what it told me. My sports news today is actually that restaurant ranch dressing is always so much better than home dressing, and I didn't have something to expand about that. It told me, shoot this from a car again, hold a coffee. I just can't like do everything it asks. Don't pause too long between the heavy topics and the AI stuff. The charm of your channel is how effortlessly you pivot from why do we die to Claude deleted a person. And I don't think that's anything really good about the channel. And the joke, deliver the delete people line with the exact same deadpan realization you had when talking about the Colorado mountain people and Bigfoot. I don't think that was meant to be funny. I don't know if any of this is truly meant to be funny. So here's Claude and Sam Time. Sam Time is the channel, and he does some pretty funny stuff. It's really repetitive, but I've only seen one or two that I didn't really like. And so the most recent one he covers is Claude deleted a database for a company. If you haven't heard about that, it's been in the news. And if you haven't heard about that news, then it's probably because you don't follow the AI stuff that I do. And I was thinking to myself, like, what are the things that I follow, and why is it surprising that some other people don't really cover these things? And sometimes there's like a width and breadth of things that we cover that really don't make us smart about anything. It's just like, that's what I care about. Like, if you told me like, hey, do an in-depth thing on hockey, I would have no idea what to talk about. So the other one that came up in my feed was talking about energy prices and how some people, and again, this is one where I thought to myself, like, when it said this in the video, I was like, everybody thinks about that. How, sure, Spirit Airlines I'm setting down the tablet that had my script on it. Spirit Airlines closing because gas, fuel, jet fuel, way too expensive. However, we use diesel for everything. And I guess the video's argument was, we're not thinking about the long-term impacts of that down the road. What we see is gasoline, right? We see the price of gas go up, and it's generally like pretty close to like what's happening, right? You lose some supply, the gas ahead of time, even though they don't drill it and send it right to your gas station. It doesn't go straight to your house. Like, they have to process it. Diesel has gone up a ton. None of us care because nobody drives a diesel truck. And if you do, you probably don't care about anything, I say. And diesel, though, is what gets the food to the grocery store. And you use a lot of energy, a lot of oil and byproducts of oil in creating fertilizer, helping things grow. So getting the food to grow, getting it to the grocery store, all of those things, that pipeline is going to cost significantly more, and that food increase in price takes longer. It's a later roll. Now, again, I thought this was something everybody was thinking about. Like, yeah, food prices are going to go up because of a war in Iran. And that's something like I feel like my 6-year-old could explain to you, but I've also talked to him about it with my 6-year-old. So that's something I think if you're not aware of it, you should really go check out some videos on it or read an article or something, just because I still think gas is going to $200. Maybe that's market news today. I feel, or gas, oil, a barrel of oil, I feel a little less confident about it, but you know, you're not gonna lose sight of that one. And then the way that impacts down the road food supply, I think that's the scarier one to me than just driving places. Like, you can take a bike, it sucks, but you can get there on a bike. You can't not eat, and you probably need to eat more if you're riding a bike. There we go. And apparently my sign off is that's all for today.